those are some of the pieces that I would love to bring to you guys as we continue this journey to self-discover and work on ourselves from an introspective mindset and also holding ourselves accountable along the way. And that's why the name of the show is called Do It in the Dark, a podcast about introspection and accountability. So the name Do It in the Dark, I came up with Do It in the Dark because we all are entertained by social media. We all like the things that we see. We retweet, we post, we share, and we celebrate the positive aspects of everybody who has quote unquote made it, right? There's so many influencers out there. Everybody has a successful story to tell you, and they want to show you how great they're doing, and they can sell you their product. They want to give you their ebook. They want you to subscribe to their YouTube channel. They want you to follow them. But the one thing I've learned as I teach psychology and as I was on the journey of being a businessman myself, the success I'm able to show and post on social media didn't happen on social media, right? For me, it started with me being honest with myself and turning the lights off, going into a dark space, a dark room, and having some dark days where it was just me and my thoughts. And we figured out how to fix things. And a lot of the fixing that I had to do was not so much with other people. In fact, most of it was with myself. The word introspection means to look inward, to be able to look within yourself and take an assessment of what needs to be corrected, changed, or exemplified, right? So what's working, you keep. What's not working, you get rid of. And what needs to be changed for the better, you hold yourself accountable to make that change. That's really what it means. The accountability part is very critical because I believe, and I'm sure statistics would prove that most people, when something goes bad, we are able to identify all the pieces that are wrong around us. But most of us do not start with ourselves and say, okay, this project fell apart because I didn't do X, Y, and Z. And that's the hard part, right? That's the hard part. But it doesn't have to be hard. It's only hard because we are miseducated to problem solve by way of finding the problem that doesn't exist within ourselves. So this podcast is about, we're not going to identify problems in other people. We're not going to identify problems that exist in the world. We want to look inside ourselves and say, what did I do to contribute, either by doing or by standing by not doing? But what did I do? How am I responsible? And how can I make that change? And that's what we want to focus on with this podcast. I want to challenge each of you as you listen to everything that I'm saying. As you come back episode after episode, I have a list of titles that I want to go through, things that are all going to, at the end of it, I have 10 episodes that I got to get out to you. Each episode is a building block to help you get through a certain hurdle that you may be facing or that you're going through in life. Accountability is a huge thing. Being a business owner, I work with various different people, right? It took me a really, really long time to hold myself accountable when people wouldn't do business with me, right? So I would blame them for not wanting to support a Black entrepreneur. I would blame them for not wanting to do business with me because they should do business with me because they knew me. That was my angle, right? Like, you know me, you should do business with me because we have familiarity with one another. But as I held myself accountable, it became more and more evident that nobody owed me anything. Nobody told me to quit my job and start a company. Nobody told me to stop teaching and focus all my energy into building a company from the ground up. That was my choice. So if it was my choice, then now it is my obligation to go out and earn the business from everybody and not just look toward people who I consider to be friends when I work for these other companies to give me a handout or give me a favor of some sort. At the end of the day, they owed me nothing, and I had to earn their business by creating the type of company I wanted them to see.